Welcome to the Conduit Collective, where we connect you, our listeners, to perspectives, opinions, and insight on real estate, real life, and real love for our greater Moncton community through organic and candid conversation. Hello, friends. I'm Mike Espiritu.
And I'm Erica Mitten. Let's talk. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Good. We're all set up. Broke a sweat. Just trying to set all this stuff up. And this technology would be such a workout.
2 hours later.
Right. Well, time to pack up. I'm out of here. Done for the day. See you tomorrow.
Got a showing.
Yeah, I got a showing.
So we're here.
Yes.
We're sitting on.
In the space.
Yeah. We've got a couch.
Manifested.
Yeah.
It's a comfortable office space to be.
Mm-hmm.
To challenge us to work harder.
So, episode 1.
Episode 1.
Get to know us.
Exciting. The whole get to know us episode. Why we're doing this.
Why we're doing this.
Who we're doing this for.
Mm-hmm. What the goals are.
What the goals are.
What's the plan.
Right.
Because if we've learned anything this year, get a plan in place.
Right.
And watch it happen and unfold as a result of your hard work.
That's right.
So
That's right. So.
You came to it was your idea, the name, the Conduit Collective.
Right.
Can you kind of elaborate a little bit of where that came from?
Shout outs to Sam Ingersoll. He uses that term a lot when we're talking about connecting other agents globally and us being the conduit to bring buyers and sellers together, even when you're overseas or not readily in the same city. He kept saying it. It's one of those funny things. You keep saying a word all the time. You just keep hearing it in your head. And it was the best name, I think, that I thought of anyway, that would be a really good part of this project.
Yeah. I mean, as soon as I heard it, it clicked and made sense. And I think I tried to find something wrong with it, and I couldn't.
Thanks.
Yeah. But I was like, why wouldn't I like this? And it would have been too easy to just be like, yeah, no, that's good.
Right.
So
right.
I really racked my brain.
But that's good teamwork, though, because if one of the Wright brothers didn't say, yeah, the plane's not going to fly,
right,
if there was no analysis or circling back to rethink it, I don't think they would have put a plane in the sky. So,
right,
very good.
You heard it here, folks.
You heard it here, folks.
Mike and Erica are the next Wright brothers.
Absolutely, next Wright brothers.
First Step Podcast.
Right, Wright brothers, brother sister.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, brother sisters.
Next.
So,
I made a list of questions.
You did.
We made a list of questions.
You made a list of questions while I was kind of setting this up. So, kudos to you and your questions.
Thanks. So, I'm going to ask you a question first.
Sure.
What is one hope you hope to have for this podcast in the long run?
My hope is that any of our listeners, any of our colleagues, and our future clients, our current clients, or even just friends get a glimpse into just a very human aspect of who you and I are and why this real estate industry is so impactful to us, to our families, and why we do things and try to be so calculated in our approach to helping. I just hope that it shows everybody who we are in a nutshell, because the reality is, in our respective industry of real estate, people need to know us, people need to like us, and people need to trust us. And what better way than to just kind of listen to conversations and just try to tune in and find out what makes us tick. That's all.
For sure. I think in this business, if there's anything that we've learned in our combined, over 10 years?
Yes.
Experience, is that this business is about relationships and things that we did before this, relationship building careers have really laid a strong foundation for who we are and how we can succeed in this business. And I think by giving people a glimpse into, past clients to remember us because it's hard to keep in touch with everybody.
It is.
And
yeah.
I that is something that I really hope to achieve with this long-term podcast is, you build these relationships. It's kind of like you feel like you're dating these people. You talk every night. you hang out, you spend time, you go to lunch together. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden you give them keys and they're like, okay, bye.
It's so funny that you say that too, because it's so true that some clients you date for a year and a half,
Yeah.
2 years,
Yeah.
because, been working with them for so long. And you'll have some clients where you'll see the first home and they'll fall in love. Everybody falls in love with it and whatnot. And then you just end up realizing it's just a short term relationship.
Right.
But it's not a short term relationship. We know that. But to your example, that's what it kind of feels like, right? It's all relationships, some short, some long, but it's always a never ending quest to how we can maintain these relationships for a lifetime.
Yeah. And I think that by doing this and letting our past clients who, we build relationships with see what we're up to on their own time. And, there's only 24 hours in a day and we're both parents.
Right.
And we'll get into that, I'm sure. But it's about finding time and making time to kind of reach a network of people who we've built relationships with and who we hope to build relationships with in the future.
Right.
So
Right.
for me, I think we are doing this to be able to give a glimpse into our community. We say it in the intro, real life and, for our community and real estate. But I think at the end of the day, it's about relationships and connecting people and being that conduit from us to who we are, to our past clients, to the community. And I'm really looking forward to watching it grow.
Well said. Well
Thanks.
said. Yeah,
Thanks for coming out, everybody.
for sure. Now you get to hear it. Now you get to hear our voices for extended period of time, and
Yeah.
we promise that these aren't going to be hour and a half long podcasts unless we have somebody super famous. That if I'm paying them by the hour, then I'm going to make sure I'm going to.
Gonna get
But
your money's worth.
exactly, my money's worth for sure. But super quick, 15, 20, 25-minute max. Kind of that's what we're kind of seeing here. Just something super quick to listen to on a drive, have a few laughs, and maybe learn a couple things, not only about us, but the content that we're talking about too. So
100%. We'll
cool.
say that a lot. I apologize in advance for how much I say 100%.
100%.
It did cross my mind to name the podcast 100%.
100%.
Because
It's going to be funny when we're talking about different percentages. So does 30% here of this. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. It's like, don't make it a drinking game.
Yeah, exactly. Every time that you hear 100% from us,
Yeah.
you have to do something. Yeah, don't make it that game.
No. Yeah.
Cool.
No, absolutely not. Because it'll be a mess. Okay. Next question.
Next question. What is one thing about your personal life that you'd like to share?
Oh.
How do you write this question and not pre-think your answer?
Well, I thought about it and then I was like, maybe I want to change my answer.
That's it.
Because now it's like the real deal.
Amazing. Yes, there you go.
I thought I was going to be a famous voice actor. And I mean, I'm technically sitting here in front of a microphone with a headset on. So did I maybe manifest people listening to my voice?
You achieved it. You were very vague with what you mean, very famous voice actor.
Right.
And this is,
This can be
that.
Yeah, I went to theater school in Vancouver,
Right.
BC. I didn't complete the program, but I did go to school. And then I was like, oh, I wanted to be a voice actor for Pixar is what I wanted. I wanted to go down. And I ended up working in Halifax at a dinner theater. And then I got an agent and I did a lot of voiceover work. Like commercials for like construction companies in Truro.
Perfect.
Training videos.
You were
like
you're the voice
training videos.
You're the voice actor for the Wayfair of Atlantic Canada.
Like pretty much.
You got just what
Yeah,
I
I did some political ads.
Perfect.
Like they liked my tone.
They like your tone.
Yeah, and then some Christmas like commercials for I think a Sussex mall. I was like, I've made it.
Perfect. We got the garland.
Yeah. Hi, Fee the bear. You weren't around when Highfield Square.
No, I was not
you were
around.
not around for Highfield Square.
No.
Calgary born.
Absolutely. That's right.
Yeah.
The Harvey the Hound. Harvey the Hound was our mascot.
At your mall?
No, the Calgary Saddledome. That is Harvey the Hound is the
Oh,
Calgary Flames.
Hyphy was Hyphy the bear from Highfield Square, and he was this giant bear. If I can, I'm going to insert a photo because for anybody who's like actually watching, they'll know. Anybody who's from here will know Hyphy, who Hyphy is.
Okay.
He was like a giant animatronic bear, and he would like blink. My dentist office, Dr. Francis, was at Highfield Square, and we were like terrified to walk by Highfield.
Like the animatronics
Yeah, but he was
from
like
Tiki Room.
10 feet tall.
Right.
At least
Every time he blinks, it's like.
yeah, it was like Highfield. Yeah, I'm gonna find a picture video. Yeah, anyway, I went to theater school. I thought I was gonna be a voice actor. Thought I was gonna be a
Yeah.
voice actor.
Everybody, you can you can comment or reach out to us and say, Erica, you should totally have pursued your dreams, or you could be like, hey, let's just stop
It's
here.
really good you're good at real estate
It's really good.
because
Yeah.
didn't stand a chance.
You know what? What could have been?
Well, that's fine. We don't play that.
We don't play that game. What could have been?
Right? What's one personal thing about your life you'd like to share?
What's one personal thing about my life that I would like to share
For episode 1.
for episode 1? For those who know me and being as, I mean, this might be a little bit heavy. Can we get into heavy
Always.
for the first episode? Anybody who doesn't know me would think that I would have been this way, extremely outgoing, bounce off the walls, personality type, super high I. If you've never done the disc profiler before, I'm literally off the charts. I love people. What is it? Just being very outgoing.
Social.
Very social. Very, very outgoing.
You get your energy from being
Right.
social.
I started in grade 11 because I wasn't like that at all from as long as I can remember all the way up to the end of grade 10 because I suffered from being bullied for many, many, many years. And that, such a big advocate of the whole anti-bully thing, and I got no time for bullies and all this other stuff. But yeah, maybe another episode, maybe another conversation off of a podcast when you run into me at Costco or whatever, you can be like, what were you talking about? And then I can steal 30 minutes of your day to tell you about the stuff. But yeah, no, it's I was never really like this. I knew that I loved people, but because I was under the impression and felt that, I couldn't really be myself for so many years, it just became a natural way of life for me.
Mm.
So anybody that knows Mike Espiritu, YQ Mike, being the outgoing guy, it never really, exploded until grade 11.
So what changed between grade 10 and grade 11?
Everything. I changed. It's going to be kind of sad, but I ditched the glasses, got contact lenses, and this I had a conversation with my parents. I told my mom I'm not going to be going to the hairstylist that I was going to for so long because I wanted to take that into, my own hands, not cut my own hair, but obviously choose where I wanted to go. I was just like, I ended up getting a job that summer and I just saved up everything so I could buy all of my clothes and didn't have to, go through parents, money or opinions on what I should be wearing at all. And then, yeah, so that was also when I had my braces removed that summer. Contacts, new hair, new outfit. And I wandered in through the doors of Bishop McNally High School. And the craziest feeling was that nobody knew who I was.
Right.
And these people I grew up with through primary, through junior high school, all the way up until grade 10. And then I had a friend of mine who was with me from elementary. She runs up to me and she goes, Mikey, is that you? And then it was like a good and a bad thing, right? Because I'm like, okay, well, now I'm getting noticed and approached by all these other friends that are just saying, oh, so awesome. You look so awesome. But in the negative aspect, I mean, it's such a materialistic way of being like, wow, welcome to the world. As soon as I had a taste of not feeling anything in a negative way or in being in certain circles or needing to be quiet and go home right away after school, that's when the personality I always knew was inside me started to come out.
Right. And that's what I was going to follow up with. Is I think kids, can be superficial and kids can be mean and you experience that firsthand.
Right.
But when you shifted what, physically, they got to see who you are, like, for your personality.
And sadly, because I had to change the way I looked and the
Right.
way to.
Right.
But then as soon as people see the personality that I am,
Yeah.
this is not a persona, this is not anything, this is me in the most natural form.
Right.
It just had to be suppressed for so many years
Right.
because I didn't feel like I could express myself in any
With that confidence.
with that level of confidence
Mm-hmm.
at all.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yeah.
that's.
So there's that.
Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Thank you for writing down the question and ask me.
Oh, anytime.
There you go.